I'm Richard Sutherland, my nephew Chuck, and my grandparents started our farm in 1926. That's when they bought the place down the river, and we're in the Chuck sector, the fourth generation. When I was in high school, I didn't really think I was going to come back to the farm, and by the time I got through school and in my military service, my dad was ready to retire. My brother and I, Joe, we started a partnership in '73 and been with it ever since. We use a Turbo Max in the fall to tear up corn stalks, and also a lot of times we'll use it to plant our wheat lightly. And then in the spring, after we'll use it as a one pass ahead of planting.
We use the gang angle, like if we're finishing, it's like 1 or 2 degrees, but if we have a lot of weedy spots, we'll go to the 6-degree angle. One pass through with the Turbo Max, we get probably 90%. If we go over it twice, we get them all. But usually you go a different direction. Depends on what the soil is like or the ground condition is, on what angle we use. But most of the time it's, like I said, there's a lot of weeds, it's 6 degrees. If not, it's 1 to 2.
Oh, we've been doing the 2-pass system, what?
5 years?
4 or 5 years now. Yeah, using a turbo chisel in the fall, and then coming back with the Turbo Max in the spring. It's worked in most cases.
Yeah. I think with vertical tillage, I think we've gained the way the water goes into the ground, saturation, and it holds it better, holds the moisture there longer, because it allows it to soak down all the way through, instead of just hitting the hard pan and stopping.
I have noticed, like we're trying to air out a little ground so we can plant, the Turbo Max, unless it's too wet, but if the conditions are right, you can just run it real lightly and then it'll dry the ground out on top where you can plant, but it's not going to disturb much moisture below it, versus the field cultivator where it's going to tear up more, bring up more moisture. I think the vertical tillage is, we're making less trips over the field than we were when we were chiseling and turning around and field cultivating and maybe field cultivating again. And with the Turbo Max and the Turbo Chisel, we're just basically going over twice. As a kid, I know we plowed all our bottom ground because we had continuous corn, but and they used to disc in the spring, and it had to be really dry or you just ended up with a bunch of clods. So if they had Turbo Max, if they had the horsepower to pull it, they probably would have liked it real well.